everyone, welcome to Kats Creations live on Friday night, where tonight I'm going to teach you how to make a non-traditional country Christmas wreath that is perfect for Christmas but also to extend all through winter. So the sign is from, hang on, I was like trying to see how it was worded. It's Personalize It by Pam. She has a shop on Etsy, so you can find this sign in her shop, and as well as all the other signs that she has. I'm sure you guys will love it. What else? 14-inch dollar tree wreath form is how we are starting our base. We're going to be using a denim blue burlap mesh that you can get from Craft Outlet. That will be cut to 20-inch pieces. So if we do 18 of those at 20-inch pieces, it will completely use up an entire roll of burlap mesh, which is great because it leaves you with no leftovers. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to wire the 14-inch dollar tree wreath frame. We're going to finish doing the last section, which is the same way I've done the other 5. You're going to take a pipe cleaner. You're going to use the weld sections, these bars right here, and then just kind of find a middle ground. I usually say right about there is about good. And you're going to take the 2 innermost rings. You're going to wire that one together. Oops. Just like so. And then we're going to do it 2 more times, wiring together the outside 2 using the innermost and that weld mark on the outside. So here's this one. I'm super excited because today is our last official day of what might be warm weather here in the high desert in California. So we're looking to hit our fall weather, which is my favorite time of the year up here. And there we go. So we're all set. That makes 12 to the outside, 6 on the inside, grand total of 18. As we are putting our wreath together, working on our mesh, I'm going to be removing the inside 6 because I will not be needing them based on the design I have in mind. So we're going to go ahead and start. These are the ones that obviously you can tell I was using these to see how comfortable I would be with this design, this color, because it's definitely not a traditional Christmas color.
Yeah, Valerie said glad to see you're using those products that we talked about the other night.
Yes, so my private group, when we were working on our design class, we came up with what I think might be the design, although I did make some small changes. So this one was a bit of a challenge because, you know, we had a whole bunch of different varying opinions. People were saying, let's do the beige, and then we were pulling beige mesh up and showing that beige mesh, while it has some beige colors in the sign, it's not predominant enough to really make that sign pop. So we were learning about how you can make your sign pop, and then what else can you do to kind of tie the sign into your theme, or vice versa. So today you get to see all that kind of come together in the finished design.
Thank you, Anna. She sent 100 stars.
Thank you, Anna.
That is for this month's charity.
Yeah, what is it? Blankets for the homeless. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So the little stars icon that you see at the bottom, if you donate stars, each star is equivalent to 1 cent. So if you were to donate 100 stars, it's $1, but that money goes to raise, we're doing a fundraiser to purchase blankets for the homeless for the month of October. Yeah, so that's what we're doing there. So we are gonna grab the next 3, and I'm going to do these a section at a time. Ruffling, which is the easiest method if you're trying Deco mesh wreaths for the first time. You're just going to kind of imagine a line going all the way down the middle. Keep your focus on that middle line. Pull that mesh towards you. And we're going to take the finished edges, and that's what's getting added to the inside portion and also to the outside. Why? Because burlap mesh cannot be cut with a wood burning tool. You have to use a rotary cutter. So where it's going to fray is going to be those cut edges. So we don't want those to be handled that much. So if we put those on the sides, it's not going to be where people have a tendency of touching it, fluffing it, that type of thing. So we want the finished edge to be where that would predominantly be played with, I guess, or exposed. So definitely the outside edges would be the most that would have to face the weather. So we want that to be a finished edge. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do this all the way around. I love this mesh. This has been my favorite for a while. It's actually a two-tone blue. It's got light blue and dark blue burlap in this. So it makes for a really nice country color. Grab another 3. Okay. So how are you guys doing on Friday? Fridays are always great days.
Yeah.
Because Friday, it's just Friday. But for some people, Friday could be their Monday.
Ooh, Pam said I got my pumpkin spice latte to watch you tonight.
Ah.
Pam is set.
She is set. Why didn't we think of doing that?
Yeah, we need to do this. Hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate sounds good. By Monday. I think Monday we're supposed to have rain. And it's going to be like 50. So that's like perfect hot chocolate weather. So that will definitely work. So this weekend, it's all about country. So that's what all of our designs are going to be featured throughout this weekend from our private groups and our public group on Sunday as well. It's all going to be country Christmas. So you're going to see just different ways that you can incorporate different elements into your design that make it feel more like a country Christmas rather than the traditional. Okay.
Well, that's awesome. Jill said I'm busy setting up my Etsy shop.
Nice. Good job.
And Debbie's making a roast chicken.
Hey, that even sounds great too. Yeah, we usually do dinner after the lives on Friday.
Yeah.
Just because then it's time to unwind, come up with the plans for the weekend.
Rita's working on an elf wreath.
That sounds like fun.
Peggy says no hot chocolate weather in Florida yet. Yeah, you guys are...
Does Florida ever have hot chocolate weather?
Yeah, they do.
You think?
Yeah.
What is hot chocolate weather? Like 60?
It's like, yeah, December, January. That's about it.
Yeah, right? But it's like 65.
Right.
But I mean, our hot chocolate weather is more like, it depends. If we get winds, which we're bound to get winds with a storm coming in, that just changes how cold it really feels outside.
Oh, Maddie said, I love your work. Watching from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where that's at. Are you on the west side, like Washington, Oregon, California? Or are you on the east side of Canada? Canada's a little hard because we have a tendency of basing everything off of our state locations in the United States and then just going north.
Oh, and so we got some good news. Vicky said, went back to my doctor yesterday and she told me I was cancer-free.
That is so
Yay.
cool.
She said the chemo was horrible.
I'm sure.
Congrats.
But you know what? It was probably well worth it to put cancer in the back rearview mirror, not looking back, right? Congratulations. That alone would be something worth celebrating.
Peggy, that's hot chocolate weather.
What's that?
She said low in the 30s, high in the lower 50s.
That's hot chocolate weather.
That's hot chocolate weather.
Maybe for not.
For us Southerners, that's hot chocolate weather. For you people in the North, you're like, yeah, that's just a Tuesday.
Right? Very, very true. Okay. We have 6 more to go, and then our base will be finished. Okay.
Barbara said it's 41 here right now. Yeah, that's nice weather though.
That's hot chocolate weather.
That's hot chocolate weather.
Right? Definitely hot chocolate weather.
Yeah. Hi Glenda, she said I'm watching from Northeast Ohio.
Welcome. See, now Ohio's probably got some cold weather happening right about now, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing, because
Well,
we're
same-
into late
Same with Canada, too.
late October. Yeah, see, here in Southern California, we don't see a fall change like in our weather until the weekend of Halloween. So technically, we still have one more weekend to go. But here, if it's anything close to the 70s, that's a really good day for us. Because we usually don't see 70s. It's either higher than or lower than, and then it just feels too hot or too cold.
Audrey said rainy and in the 50s here in Michigan. That's actually warm for the 50s.
That sounds dreamy though. I could not tell you.
Michigan's really cold, just like Ohio.
Yeah, California needs rain. We have not had rain for a very long time. And then there's people here who are just like, we're done with the rain. If you don't want rain, come to California.
Right?
You don't get very much rain here at all. But you wouldn't want California.
Yeah.
There's nice parts in California. The climate's okay. It's everything else that isn't okay.
Yeah.
There we
We
go.
only get 2 seasons.
What?
We only get 2 seasons. We get summer for like 9 months.
Oh, us here
Yeah,
in the
and then
desert.
you get
Yeah,
winter.
it's like summer and then
Mix between winter and
it's like a fall.
fall. Yeah.
We used to have a pretty good winter, but those are like far and few in between.
Like
Winter, I was going to say winter to us is cold.
Mm-hmm.
Man, whatever happened to the winters where we would have like below freezing temperatures? It'd be raining, windy. We don't even have that anymore.
I know, right?
It's just the same every day. Okay, two
They
more.
said it's overcast and rainy up there.
See, rainy. This is fall weather. It should be rainy right now. Leaves are changing. Temperatures are dropping.
That's nice. Carolyn said hi from Waxahachie, Texas. I love
Okay.
watching you because you've taught me a lot of helpful stuff.
What have I taught you? I love to hear what people tell me that, like, what was the big aha moment? Like, what was the one thing that you found the most valuable by tuning in?
And then happy 70th birthday, Margie.
Happy 70th.
She said, here's 100 stars for the homeless. Thank
Aw,
you.
thank you so much. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, we have one more.
Why don't we click on the see more for comment?
Are you stuck in the see more thing?
No,
Again?
just she commented on it, and then you normally you click on see more to see the rest of the comment.
You can't open it?
Yeah, I can't open it.
Again? Don't you remember when we had that issue a while
Yeah.
back? You need to get the tablet. Then you can see everything. Okay.
Glenda, yes, we have both been in California our whole lives. And we are ready for a
to
move.
leave. To leave. So yes, if I could live anywhere, we'd live in Montana.
Maybe even thinking Wyoming now.
Yeah, he's thinking Wyoming now. Okay,
Athena, the mesh is cut to 20 inches.
so there we go.
All ruffle design.
So this is all set up, ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and add our ribbon tails. And let me grab the other ones at the bottom. These are all pre-cut. So the 2.5 inch that we're using tonight is a cranberry, and that's playing to the hat, I believe. And some of the designs on the scarf, these are cut to 14-inch pieces. We are going to alternate the burgundy, and then we're also going to alternate this tan with snowflakes, because that keeps it still feeling winter-like, still feeling Christmas, without really going overboard on the Christmas theme. So this way you could leave it up all through winter. So I think I said 14-inch pieces. The ribbon, where did it come from? The burgundy is from Craft Outlet, and the tan is from Joann's. let's take
Thank
these
you,
ones
John.
off.
She got 100 stars from Sunderland. We haven't seen it come through yet.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going back to our burgundy.
Unless I missed it.
So, I need space. So much easier to have space. So, to find middle when I'm making my tails, by folding them in half, you can kind of gather. I kind of put a little bend in it, makes it easier when you're placing it inside your pipe cleaners. That way they're already positioned so that they're falling to the outside.
Barbara said the blue is gorgeous. You said denim blue. And it's burlap?
Yeah. It is burlap. Yes, it is. It is my favorite all-time color. I think when we were doing this in the design class, we weren't sure if we wanted to go the red burlap with the natural fibers through it. But I didn't really want to pop the ribbons through it. I just wanted to lay down a mesh color. And then depending upon the embellishments is what decided ultimately what colors we were going to go with. So no green is going in. We're just going to keep it kind of country rustic. We're going to use a lot of natural elements. Raffia, the burlap ribbon, the burlap mesh.
Teresa, this is just a standard ruffle, what she's doing. Margie said thanks for the birthday wishes. Guadalupe, thank you. She sent 840 stars.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see. I guess we should probably do like a midway total. Well, it's more than midway. Yeah. So this is Friday, October 22nd. I didn't address that at the very beginning. If you guys want to get notified when I go live, make sure you hit the like and follow button. That way, you should get notified as long as you are on your device when we go live. We always go live every Friday at 5 Pacific and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific. And sometimes we do the occasional surprise pop-up videos.
Pop-up.
Yeah.
Pop-up video.
Right. Okay. So let's see how this is going to go. I think it'll work out good. I liked the pre-design phase for this. So I was pretty happy with the way that it looked at that point. I'm going to pop the tan for now on top of my burgundy.
Deb sent 100 stars.
Thank you, Deb.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Sheila. Hi, gals. Just joining.
It's Christmas. It's getting here faster and faster. We're almost at the end of October. I swear it feels like this year has just blown by.
It's kind of a good thing.
Good thing and not so good thing. It depends on if you're in a hurry to see the end of this or you're just in a hurry because you like this part of your year, which is my thing.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Debbie Camacho sent 200 stars.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome, Joan. She said, what time is it where you are? It's after 1:18 a.m. here in the UK.
Wow.
She had to wait up for her first live with you. So it's 5:20 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And for those of you that are in the UK, I know I've been reaching out to a lot of YouTube subscribers who follow us from the UK. We do have someone who is in our private group that has launched her own wreath making supplies in the UK. It is Richens, R-I-C-H-E-N-S, wreathsandsupplies.com. So if you're looking for a place in the UK to order wreath supplies from, like the stuff that you're seeing here, reach out to them and order your supplies to them, because they order their supplies from a lot of our retailers here, and then they do it in quantities that they can supply it to.
I think it's .uk. It could be .com, but I think
it is .com.
It is .com?
It is .com.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I looked it up today because I had to reply back to a couple people who said, yes, please tell me where to order those from. So I was like, here is the name of the UK supplier. So there is our base on the outside. Let's get rid of all the fuzz.
And it's 9:45 p.m. in Newfoundland, Canada.
Wow.
That's where they had the extra 25 minutes.
Yeah, because, okay.
It would be 9:25.
So we're adding 1.5 ribbon now. The tan and burgundy plaid is from Joann's. These were cut to 18-inch pieces, and we're making half bows out of them, which is just bring your wired edges together at the bottom, go up about 2 inches from the top and pinch in, just like that. We're going to place these on top of all the burgundy places. So this will tie the tan into our burgundy. And I'm going to go ahead and remove my pipe cleaners as I add them.
So Joan, I just posted also the link to their website for you.
You did?
Yep.
Thank you. So yeah, that has been a long, ongoing issue because a lot of the suppliers here will ship to UK customers, but the shipping and the customs charges are what really kill it. So
yeah, she's pretty new at getting her shop together too, so she's trying to add more to it.
she's done really, really well. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna add these ones all the way around on our burgundy, and then I'll come back and we'll tackle the tan. So, with the design class, I think we had originally gone with a blue and white 2.5 inch. Is what we were thinking. So I just kind of went through some stuff and I was like, I really want this to kind of say winter and not like a country 4th of July type. So I went back and added the tan with the snowflakes on it to keep it country/winter.
And Joan, it's a standard ruffle design. They're all, each piece is cut to 20 inches.
Mm-hmm. Which will allow you to use up exactly the entire roll.
Yep, 18 total pieces. Well, that's a good question, Peggy said.
What's that?
For those in the UK, what is a good time for you to watch a live?
Ooh, I don't know. Okay, YouTube viewers.
Yeah,
right?
That would probably be for us. It'd probably be like 10 in the morning.
Because what is it? Is it 10 hours difference or 8-hour difference?
Well, they said 1:15 a.m., so it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
8?
Yeah, it's about 6. Yeah, it's about 7 hours.
I guess it depends whereabouts in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know we knew how to calculate that time for a little while, but it's been a while. But that is a great question. I'd love to know what is a great time for those of you that are on the other side.
Yeah, Joan said we're about 6 hours behind them.
Really?
Yeah. That's true, because that's how we were with Ben when he was
I thought it was 8.
That's true, I thought it was 8.
Again, it probably depends on where, because he was in England. Okay, so let me show you how to make the half bows, because I'm just assuming you know how to do them.
Rhonda said, that's Texas colors if you had used white.
Well, there's white in the snowflakes. Okay, so half bows.
They're a darker blue.
We pull those in, okay? You're going to place them inside the pipe cleaner right where you have it gathered. You're going to go ahead and twist your pipe cleaner. I just always give it a couple extra twists because I've had that untwist. And then you're going to take the leftover piece of your pipe cleaner. You're going to take that and wrap that all the way around behind, and then you're going to open your loop. You always have to right side one of your tails, and then you're just going to feather those out. And that's how you make a half bow. Because it used to bug me for the longest time that when people would make, you know, they would either do 2 different types of ribbon and then there would be nothing in the center, and it just felt like it needed something in the center.
Yeah.
So either add an embellishment, a ball, a pine cone, something. We should have had pine cones to this.
What, the mini ones? I can go there.
I don't know.
Well, you tell me later.
I will. Oh.
Friday said on the East Coast they're 6 hours behind, so yeah, we're probably more like 8 or 9 hours.
Okay. All right, so let's go and do the other ones on top of the snowflakes. We are using this gorgeous, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like snowy birch branches. It's really sheer. So we're going to be putting these on top of the tan, so it still keeps it feeling rustic and woodsy. Doing the same thing, we're going to twist it all the way and remove the excess.
Hi Bernie, she said hi from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada.
Ooh.
I love your wreaths and I'm getting lots of ideas from you. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad that I inspire you. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes you go in a dry period and you're like, ugh, where's my creativity at?
And then Deb said, well, I don't ship mine because of the cost and I still make them for examples of my vinyls, so the collection got big.
What was that?
She says she doesn't ship hers because of the cost.
Ship?
Her wreaths.
Are they out of our UK? So why don't you ship your wreaths? Is it that they're too big? Because there is a rate in which it becomes like the measure of whether you can ship or not. So anything that can fit for us here in the States in a 24 6 box ships. I'm in California, so to ship all the way to the East Coast, it's about, for me, $30 to $35.
Yeah.
Now with the Postal Service hiking the rates for the holiday period.
And every year they do it.
Every year they do. Until December 26th, and then the postal rates go back to normal. But then, in January, they'll raise them for the year, so it's like, just leave them.
Karen, Kat normally uses 6 ribbons in her bows. She said, I'm still having a hard time making my bows perfect like yours.
Practice.
You always use 7.
Most of the time I only use 6. Sometimes if I get stuck on a decision and it's like which one's going to go, I will just put both in. But generally, like tonight, we're like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just doing 6. Most of the time. I would say 80% of the time I do 6 bows or 6 ribbons.
Christy asked if the reason why you didn't put those half bows on the opposite colors so they would stand out more.
I wanted them to, they could have, but then I think initially when I had paired the trees on top of the burgundy, that looked okay, but when I put the burgundy on top of the tan with the snowflakes, it just didn't feel like it was meant to go together. So I just felt like the snow and the snowflakes were a perfect complement to one another. And then adding the burgundy to the tan just tied the whole thing into the whole design together. But we are going to be putting blue in the bow. The blue will make a small appearance. So you'll see how all that kind of comes into play. And then when we add the sign and some of the embellishments, you'll understand why we chose to go with blue and not like a barn red. Because that was the big one. And then people were going, why don't you just go green? Why don't you just go brown? So we took everyone's suggestion and paired it up. And I said, well, what do you think? And then people were like, no, not liking that. I said, so you're doing what I do before our lives when I'm trying to pair everything together, is you're looking for the best look based on how you feel when you kind of put things together. Okay, these are all done. And sometimes you get the ends of your mesh kind of in the way of where your ribbons should lay. So sometimes you just kind of have to reposition those. But that is our base. So the base is done. We're going to do the bow.
Hey, Judy.
Thanks. See, and this is why the blue you have phrase. So this is all from laying that mesh into the design. But that should stop now that we're done playing with it. So we are going to do, let's look. Trying to see, I think I'm going to go the red, then the tan, and then let's see. We have our two that we did to the bows, and then we're gonna pop in our, this is a cream and light blue. It's like a denim blue. So I'm kind of looking to see how these all pair, and I kind of like that look, just like that, because we don't want to put these two together, because then those are, I like them separate. So those are going to be how they're going to get loaded and built into the Bowdabra. So we'll do this slow. So we always dovetail, which means you can put a fancy end on it. You could, do a diagonal cut. I just always think that you need something rather than a blunt cut. So a dovetail, ducktail, whatever you want to call it, starts when you begin your cut on the folded edge and go towards the wired edge. That's always your destination. Now, how high up will determine how deep that V is into your ribbon, and I like them fairly deep. So this is where you, over the years, remember, we'd cut up and then we'd cut up and hope that at some point we would hit the middle. But here you don't have those extra cuts going in. So this is going to be 10 inches for my tail length. So right here at 10, I'm going to gather. We're going to twist. And we're going to just place that right inside the Bowdabra. Since this doesn't really have a right or wrong side, it's not really overly, it doesn't really make a huge difference. But if you just get into the pattern of always doing it the same, your body just goes on like autopilot and you just know what to do next. So this is going to be 5.5 inches for our loop length. And that's measured from the front where it's being loaded into the Bowdabra all the way to the outside edge. So just like that. Give it just a little bit more. And then 10 inches back out. And another dovetail edge. That one's down. And I'll tell you again where all the ribbon came from. This burgundy 2.5 inch. Never pass up solids, because far too often we get caught up in patterns and prints and pretty stuff, and then you forget how nice just a straight solid color can look in your bow. The 2.5 inch snowflake is from Joann's. This was 2 years ago, 2019. I did see that Michael's has their Christmas ribbon out. They have new ones. Just watch your ribbon and mesh lengths, because the rolls are not full 30 feet. So watch some of those. Double check, like this one's only 25. And that's what Joanne seems to be trending, is at 25 inches or 25 feet, sorry. And some of their mesh is only 18 feet instead of 30. So while it may look pretty, you're only getting about half a roll of mesh. So just watch your prices and watch your lengths. And right now Michael's doesn't have anything Christmas ribbon on sale. So just wait it out a little bit. Now this ribbon length is going to be 5 inches. Trying to get the twist on that one a little better. Let's see what this one is. Right out here. And then 9.5 inches is our ribbon tail length. I have not gone over to Joann's yet to see if they have their ribbon out yet. I'm afraid. Because usually when I go to Joann's, I'll buy it anyway, even though it's not on sale. Because I know the minute they put it on sale, the ones I really, really want won't be there. What? I had a pin. Maybe I didn't. Put a pin in it. Probably find it afterwards.
Yeah, that's weird. She said mesh at Walmart was 18 inches in width. That's weird.
Wow. 18 inches?
That's really odd. Yeah.
More like 18 feet, maybe? Because 18 inches is right here. So from here to here,
yeah.
That wide.
Do you mean in length? Because sometimes they do make it 18 feet rather than 30 feet.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of 18 inches in width. Normally it's 10, 10 and a half, or 21.
So yes, things are starting to roll out now. Don't wait. If you find something you really, really love, pick it up now. It will not be there because everyone is shopping early. So this cream and denim is from Kringle Designs. They're Kringle, like the Kris Kringle with a K, designs.us. And this is going to be 9 inches for our tail length and 4.5 inches for our loop length. Kringle Designs, I love their supplies because when you go to their website, if you put in the code 5050, you get everything at half. So the prices you see, you know, you're like, oh wow, ribbon's like $11 a roll. No, it's $5.50. So you just got to remember that. And then just be careful because once you realize that, you're like, wow, that's a really good deal. I need to buy a bunch of that.
And then if you actually join Kat's private group, you get like an additional discount on top of that.
Yeah, we get a different discount. So that's one of the perks that you get by becoming a private group member. One of my most requested things from viewers is, what is the SKU number of the stuff you're using? Where'd you get that from? How much did you pay? What did you cut it from? You know, like what are your ribbon lengths cut to? And it's like, you can join the private group because they all get materials lists. If they want to print it out for this, they can print the whole thing out. It gives them all the ribbon lengths, the SKU numbers, where it's purchased from, what technique we used, and then there's a video link that they can go back and rewatch the video. So they get to just sit kind of and just watch, which is always nice. Okay, now we're going to go with this burgundy and tan, which is from Joann's, and this is from last year. This is some of my favorite ribbon. It's super soft. And this one is going to be, this was 10, 9.5, 9. This is going to be 8.5. And it's going to be 4.5 inches as well. So up. Because we already have 4.5 inches measured on our bottom loop, if you just put your fingers in both and give it a tug, you will be right on the mark for your lengths. and then back out here to remeasure to make sure we're on 8.5. So I have a question for you guys. What kind of wreaths would you like to see rolling out here in the next couple weeks? What would you like to learn how to make? I know everyone was like, we want to know what to do with the new Dollar Tree candy canes that are only like, I think they're 17 inches. I actually picked up a couple of those today, so we are working on designs for that. I just want to make sure that it looks really nice and not just, here's an idea of what you can throw together. So I'm experimenting with a couple things. So that's coming. But what else would you like to see?
Just what kind of pins do you use to hold the ribbon on?
These are
1 inch.
1 inch with the little round colored balls on the end. Because the balls will keep it from getting lost inside your ribbon roll. Easier for you to pull out. And the inch is the perfect length. I have some that are almost 2 inches, and those are a little too long. They kind of, if your ribbon roll is pretty thin, they'll kind of poke out on the other side. This one's going to be 8 inches.
Thank you, Rita. She said probably agree with that. And also, Vicky said, how do I join? I just pinned the link to the bottom.
So just go to KatsCreationsNMore.com.
I went right to the membership page.
You went right to the page?
Yeah.
So you have an option. You can go monthly, which is $17 a month, or you can go yearly, which is you pay for 10 months and you get 2 months for free. So either way you want to do it. Some people just don't like the hassle of having to, you know, remember, oh yeah, like a lot of the ones, the groups that I'm in, like my leadership groups, I like knowing that I'm paid for the whole year. This one is 8.
Yeah, Barbara said, I'd like to see what you do with the square frame, and she's totally confused by the Cruffle method.
Cruffle's easy.
Cruffle's easy.
Cruffle's easy. Square, we've already done. I think we've done 2 of them. We did an Easter one, right?
Yeah.
I think. I'll jot that one down. I have to think Christmas, what we can do to be different.
So Barbara, good question. That cat actually just ordered the Dollar Tree Snowman.
Yes, I have a design for that in mind. I went to like 2 of my Dollar Trees and I was like, darn it, they don't have it. They have the candy canes and they have the crosses and the footballs and everything they're not supposed to have right now. But yes, we will be doing a design with the snowman. So the last one is 7.5 inches for our tail length. And then we're doing 3.5 inches for our loop length, which is pretty small. So let me just make sure this is 3.5 inches. Yes. And this is going to pretty much use up whatever's left on this roll. 7.5 right here. Ooh, don't want to pull that. And there we go.
Gloria, yeah, we can see your comments. She said you can do a Christmas wreath with real pine cones.
Oh,
Yeah,
I always use pine
most of the ones
cones.
you do is real pine cones. Yeah.
Yeah. I love using real pine cones. Actually, I had someone send me a whole box of pine cones from their front yard. And I was like, those are great. If you have those naturally in your home, sell them. You know, if you can go out and scoop up a box of 10 or 15, sell them. There are people like us that can't get them unless we want to go hike up in the mountains. We'd be happy to buy them from you.
And Bernie Cat's done so many wreaths with 21-inch mesh, poof or bubble or.
We'll do some more.
Different types, yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the public and private group.
We'll definitely do more. So that's helping me go, okay, let's get some 21-inch ones in here. Okay, so here is all of my ribbon. It's all stacked. We're going to go ahead and pick up the whole thing. Got my pipe cleaner ready. We're just going to go ahead and drop this inside. Like, give it a tight pull and then just twist. hold it with your hand, your right hand, and just twist the sack of ribbon. Much, much easier that way.
Gloria, yeah, she's also done Christmas garland, Christmas swags, lantern swags, corner swags.
Those are kind of in the private group more.
Yeah.
But we've done lantern swags, we've done corner swags in the public group. We haven't done garland. I'm trying to sneak in a garland the outside. The problem is you can't control the noise outside. So if you have somebody driving by and their radio's, up a
blaring
sky high, we all just have to go, okay, let's just wait till it go by. All right, so most of you struggle with fluffing your bows. You can get your materials in your bow maker okay. It's sorting and fluffing where you struggle. So super simple. 18 by 24 inch by 3/4 inch cutting board. It just has an 1.5 inch C hook on it. And the only reason I use this is I like flat surfaces, but the cutting board has no way for me to secure the ribbons to keep them from moving. Like I can't hold it with one hand and kind of fluff. So I need 2 hands. This gives me that option. If you don't want to spend the money on the cutting board, go to your local home improvement stores. A lot of them have pre-cut lumber in 24, 1-inch lengths, and then just go pick up the 1.5 inch or 2 inch C hooks, the little cup hooks that just screw into the wood, and you have your board. Fits nice next to your fridge, and then you don't have to worry about storing anything. So I'm going to move my pipe cleaners out to the side. So we're going to do a tail and a loop. So they always go opposite directions. And that's on the top side. On this side, we're going to do the same thing, but opposite. So we're going to pull our tail out to the right and our loop out to the left. Now, if you were looking straight down, you're going to see the loops are directly opposite of each other, and so are the tails. And now we're going to just take the next set down, which is our tan. We're going to go opposite. So we're going to go tail to the right, loop to the left. Okay, other side. Here's our tail. Here is our loop. Everything's directly. So every time we go down by 2, it's basically putting your loops alternating colors, your tails alternating colors all the way around. And I haven't fluffed. Everything is still flat. Okay, so here we're going blue. We're going to follow the red. So opposite, here's blue, loop and tail. And we're going to go other side. Here's my tail. Here's my loop.
That's awesome. Deb just signed up for the private group. That's awesome, Deb.
Glad to have you join us. Okay, so here we're going the loop to the left, the tail to the right, back to the other side. We are going to go, here's our tail, here's my loop. Okay, everything is alternating. So back here, separate, separate. Last one here. Sometimes I forget. So all you have to do is look at what you just did and go opposite. So I had loop and tail, so I go loop and tail. Okay, now we start fluffing from the top all the way to the bottom. It's just easier to do that way. So you can, if you realize that maybe you have a slight wrinkle in your ribbon, you can fix that. So you're going to pick your loops up, fan your tails out. Pick your loop up. Here's my loop. Fan out your tails. At this stage, you can decide where do you want things. Like I might want my tan with the stitching off to the side. So I'm going to do the same over here. And then I'm going to do my blue gingham in the middle. Just like that. Which means this comes over here. Okay. If you want to put that little curl back in it, it's kind of like how we used to do curling ribbon back in the days when that's all we had for ribbon was curling ribbon. So you're just going to use your fingers like scissors and just kind of pull that through. Now we're going to open the bottom loops. Okay, bottom loops. Try to push that over to the other side. Bottom loop open. Bottom loop open. And position your bows, your tails wherever you want. You're the designer, you decide what works for you.
Barbara, those Dollar Tree star frames they're pretty difficult. It's kind of hard to put, Deco mesh. You could use ribbon, do like a ribbon around it with it.
You could.
She said, do you have an idea for a Dollar Tree star? She's done one a long time ago.
I didn't do a Dollar Tree star. I just did a star frame.
Star, yeah.
So, there is our bow. Our bow's all done. So I'm going to take this and pop this off. You just follow your C-hook around. Our bow is made.
Then Barbara said she went to the Dollar Tree today and they had fall leaf frames.
Leaf?
Yeah. Any idea what you could do with them? So we have to check that out.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. So thank you for telling us.
I was just there today. There was nothing. We had footballs, crosses, black 14-inch frames, and the candy canes. So I brought the candy canes home to play with, and I'll be working on that over the weekend. Okay, so we are going to punch holes in our sign. So if you get a 1.5 millimeter metal hole punch, it's just like putting holes in it like the paper hole punch. So I'm going to put one on each side. I was smart enough to remember that I was out of 21 inch. We'll see how much I have on here. I did buy a new one at Michael's. Huge roll. Oh, it's right here. Look. 190 feet. This was $3.13 at Michael's for 22 gauge wire, which is what I use for my signs. Let me use up what I have on this one. Whenever I'm using natural fiber mesh, like the burlap or snowdrift, it just makes it easier to have this to attach my signs with because it goes through the mesh much easier. Okay.
Well, you're going to try logging off and coming back in. She said she can't hear you. And then if you're still on, if you still can't hear, let us know when you're back on.
Okay, so there we are. So we are going to build it from the back, which just means we're going to twist everything on the back of the sign. And I usually do it about 5 times, and that kind of builds up a little bit of a base. And that will allow the sign to lay flat instead of having the ribbon come out the side of your sign. So try to make it as even as I can. 2. Okay. I'm like, the one thing we always look for is, where are you going to put your bow? So let me just show you what this looks like right now with no bow. And I haven't attached the sign yet. So I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see. Here is our color and sign. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to attach that right to my frame. And I'm going to kind of pull some of this stuff out. I'll end up really getting the majority of it once we're in.
Vicky also joined the private group. That's awesome.
Thanks, Vicky, for joining. And you know what we're starting in November? We're doing Secret Santa. So remember back in the days when you worked in a corporate office and you had Secret Santas? We're doing Secret Santas for those that want to participate. And just a nice way of making a connection with somebody, somebody in the group. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people send wreath kits or rolls of ribbon. It's a nice way to get to know somebody.
So Gloria, if you're back on and you're still seeing also the closed captioning, just click on the screen where the video is really quick. You should see 3 dots in the top right corner. Once you do that, you should see a drop down and it should say turn off captions.
Okay, so there's that. Let me go ahead and attach.
And the Secret Santa is in the private group.
Yes, in private group. Yeah. And you're not inclined to do it. We also have, I miss Christmas cards. It's the thing I looked forward to the most. I still get it from my aunt because she reminded me that, you know, email, what do they call them? E-cards, e-greeting cards. Just like, it's just not the same. So we're doing for people who like to receive Christmas cards in the mail. If you want to participate in that, you can sign up for that in November as well. It's just nice when you go out to your mailbox and you have a mailbox full of Christmas cards.
Yeah.
No bills. Okay. So there we go. So there is our design. So, dilemma. We have the print on the left-hand side, and then we have the snowman on the left-hand side. So, we are going to see what we can do to not impact either of them. I really don't like doing bows at the bottom. They're not my favorite. Let's see. I do have, there is some leeway. We do it this way. Let me see. I think I like it like that. And if that's the case, I just need to make sure I can get it to the frame. Eeks. Pipe cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Burlap mesh just makes for. So I'm gonna take my 2.5-inch tails and just kind of frame that behold the lamb. And then I'm gonna pull everything else up and out.
Right, yeah. Just I loved it when we did Christmas cards and Secret Santa a couple years ago.
Yeah, we stopped in 2020 because 2020 and COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting it again for anyone who wants to participate. You are not required in any way, shape, or form. I just like getting to know you guys all a little bit better. Mm-hmm. So that's why we do it. Okay.
Plus it's great because if you do decide to do it, then you get kind of like a mailing list of all the addresses, right? Or you pick who's going to be partnered up with who?
Oh, I pick. Yeah, I only
for
give.
Secret Santa.
Yeah, for Secret Santa, I take everyone who's signed up, and I try to find people who are close to you, so that shipping doesn't become such an issue. We have a gift limit, and then
for the Christmas cards.
On the Secret Santa, you only get the person you're buying for, and that's it. That's whose information you have. Right. Christmas cards is different. You get a list. I think one year we had like 99 people signed up, and then people were like, can we just do increments of 20? And I was like, it's fine. You can just send them to 20 people if you want. So it just goes to show how much people miss the old traditions like Christmas cards. I don't even think I saw those at Hobby Lobby this year. Now that I think about it, but maybe it's still too early. Okay, I'm gonna fix my loops, and then now we're gonna embellish. So let me show you. Da, 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 da. That's what our country Christmas is gonna look like. So we are going to attach some Pip Berries. What are Pip Berries? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's P-I-P, Pip Berries. So they're like little tear-shaped berries, and you can tell when you get a good quality pip berry if your berries all the way at the very end bend. So if not, if it's just down at the bottom, it's a eh. These are from Factory Dark Crafts. So I want to say they're like $1.50 each. So You can pick whatever colors you want. They have ones that are red, cream, and like a dark forest green. These are all burgundy, so these are what we're going to be incorporating. We're also going to be, because you can order these from Factory Direct Crafts as well, metal stars. So we're going to be adding some rusty metal stars, and these are 1.5 inches, and you get 100 of them. So you have a ton to go around. I was going to add raffia, so let's see where I would add that. Let me see what one would look like, because I cut my pipe cleaners off, but we can always add a couple pieces if we just want to add.
So Barbara asked if I'm not planning to do this as a business, but just basically sell the frames. So I join the private group. I don't really need marketing, just the techniques.
Still come join the private group. Right now you're getting 2 tutorials a week all the way through December. And then who knows? A lot of people started off with, I'm just going to be making this for friends and family. And then they started that, and then friends and family turned into, well, my coworker at work wants to purchase your wreaths. Will you make one for them? Pretty soon, you're in business.
Hey, Lourdes.
So.
Oh, okay, Lourdes is on. Plus, also at the beginning of the year, you start your back to basics kind of.
Yes.
That's all technique.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. So we're going back to basics in January, and we start everything. So it's perfect for people just starting out. But those classes are already available in the private group now, so you don't have to wait. You can jump on those now. Okay, I'm gonna see what I think, and I like the way it looks. I just wish I would have kept my pipe cleaners in there. So I'm going to attach these right around where I have my tan and burgundy. So I'm just gonna put those right back in. And I'm gonna pull one down and see how I like the way it looks. And I kind of like the way it looks. So
it's like a country Christmas.
It's a country Christmas. So country is like Pip Berries and Raffia, cotton, rusted bells. What else? Cotton pieces. So let me show you what this looks like. And so I'm just putting it on just the burgundy and the tan. So we're just going to add these little touches of raffia all the way around. If you're building this design, don't cut your pipe cleaners off. Just tie your ribbon, your half bows in, and leave them. Go ahead and cut the other ones though, because you'll need those to hold your raffia in. Or if you're like me and you cut them.
I guess you could have glued it in there too. Yeah,
I try really hard not to glue as much as I can. There's that. So I have them, they're about 7 inches. So I just take them and go kind of back and forth till they kind of run out, like that one. And you just make little bundles. Twist them with your pipe cleaner. Yes, I am using a lot of pipe cleaner, but I'm not cutting that much off. It just gives me the reach I need. I'm going to go down here, right to my frame, right to my frame. And right underneath my loop. So I have to make sure I get them positioned. Flip open my bows. Get rid of that. Couple more pieces. So the raffia you can get from Amazon. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. Joann's. Amazon has the best deal because you can buy them in bundles of 5 and just be done. And then you have pretty much your whole year's supply. Couple more. This would have gone much quicker had I not cut them. But sometimes you're not thinking. See, like, I don't know how the design is going to go until we physically are here live on Friday with you building the wreath. I have an idea of what it should look like, but until everything goes together, I don't know. So this is where you benefit from watching, and then you don't have to cut your pipe cleaners and go back in and restring them.
Barbara said she also just joined the private group. So awesome, Barbara. Welcome.
Thanks for joining, Barbara. So don't forget, the private group, we meet every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is, you pulling out short pieces. 3 p.m. Pacific, that's 5 Central, 6 Eastern time. Mondays, we are 5 p.m. So just like tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, I hate doing the math, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you miss any of the classes, because you got some cool thing happening over the weekend, no worries. The most recent videos are always posted to the top of our group page, and you can watch those as many times as you want. It's kind of like DV, back when VCRs were invented.
Right.
The reason they make VCRs is so you can leave and come back and watch it later. Where is that from? That was a line from a movie.
It is from the Tom Hanks movie, Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Was it You Got Mail?
You Got Mail.
You Got Mail.
You Got Mail. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Great man.
Yeah. That is very true. So, yeah, it wasn't Tom Hanks who said it. It was Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Tom Hanks movie.
Huh?
I said it was a Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah. But you were right. Yeah. Why?
So welcome everyone who just joined the private group. So Gail.
Lots of new people. Plus, it just keeps the creativity alive. Because new people come up with new designs and new techniques and new colors. Okay.
Great thing about the private group too is you've taught them color theory, which is also in the private group, which really helps.
Yeah, color theory is huge, which is why this was such a pain to try to match. It's not that it was, the blue was hard. It's the shade of blue.
Yeah.
And it's the shade of red that made it challenging. So for those of you that were there and came up with this color palette with me, what do you guys think so far? Do you like it? Because we kind of just put it all together and I said, no, it's going to go in a box. We'll put it all together Friday and see how well it looks. Okay. The only change I made was the snowflake ribbon. We kept everything else. Okay, one final piece. Grab this last one.
She's loving it. They're different colors, definitely.
Because there's a lot of people who go, they keep their Americana up all year round. So these are definitely Americana colors. These would be part of my dad's colors in his house. Because they always did. Christmas was never, it was always country Christmas. And Mom's
I really like that blue mesh.
Isn't it pretty? Okay. Last one. Then we'll add our stars and our Pip Berries and we will be done.
I was really surprised that that blue mesh really matches like that cranberry ribbon color.
You should come join the private group. You. I'm like, you should come join the private group. He wasn't there when we were discussing colors.
Yeah, it was. For this one? Yeah, it was.
No. Because I had the door closed. Because we were in the craft room. Remember?
It was a different video then, because you had the sign out when you were also on another live and you were talking about that blue on the side.
It was the one.
I was there. I was there.
You were in there?
Yeah.
You were in there.
I wasn't in there, but I was on the live.
You could, yeah, you might. I was going to say you might have been on the live. Okay, let me pull this one because I want it snug under the bow. Yay! What do you guys think? Do you think the raffia was worth taking the extra time and adding it? I'm sure some of you would be like, nope, not worth the time. It's just not going to have raffia in it. We would just leave it out. But if I'm being real with you, like if you weren't here with me, this is what I would have done. I would have taken the time and gone back and added it all in there. So now you know what happens when you cut your pipe cleaners and you're like, oh darn it, I needed to still add something. You just add those back in. So let me look. Okay, I am going, sometimes there's always two stuck together. There we go. We're gonna add the rusted stars down to the bottom under a raffia, which, so we don't burn ourselves, you're just going to add a dab or a dot of glue right to your pipe cleaner. We're gonna take our rusted stars, because at the top, there's a hole if you wanted to attach it, and that's where we're actually going to be attaching the star to the bundle, so that there's a star into that bundle. There's a lot in there. So just like this, I'm gonna take my glue gun, gonna add a dot.
I'll zoom in once she turns it.
I have. Right there. And then adding our star right to the bundle. So just hold it there till it kind of sets up. Word of wise, what is it? Word of wisdom. Get a dual temperature glue gun and keep it on low all the time. If you turn it on hot because you're impatient, you want to hurry up, don't forget to turn it back to low, because that's generally where we get most of the glue gun burns.
You can buy those little silicone fingertips.
Oh yeah, silicone fingertips. Have you guys seen those? So, one small dot. Taking the rounded end that has a hole in it. Just like so. 1, 2, 3. Same thing here. Dot of glue right on the pipe cleaner. Metal hole right on top of our bundle, just like that. Just because there's stars in a sign, so that was my whole, what could you do for a country wreath? You could add rusty stars. So you just want to make sure you get them up and inside. Have one more just underneath. And yes, I always do everything, even under the bow. Even though no one else sees it, I know it's there. Just make sure you refluff everything. Okay, let's add some pip berries and then we'll be done. Since these are wired all the way down, you can bend them You can if you wanted to, I guess you can make little curly cues. I usually just kind of bend them in the direction the wreath is going. So I'm going to use one whole one. I'm going to use 3 in our bow. Just like that. I'm going to take the shorter ones for our bow.
Oh, no worries, John. Get some sleep. Oh, sorry, I can't stay awake any longer.
It is
It's
fine.
from the UK.
You are welcome.
Have a good weekend, Joan.
We'll see you tomorrow when you watch the replay. Okay, so these are just going to get a dab of glue on the ends. And then these are getting tucked into the base of my bow. And I'm just going to let them kind of hang over until they set up. And then I can mold them. Just like that. I'm just having them sit on the other parts of my ribbon till the glue sets up. Okay, those are setting. And then we're going to add these to the area where we have our tan and snowflakes. These are just going to kind of tuck in. Show you. Let me just put one in. The goal, watch where glue is. So these are just going to kind of tuck right there, hang tight. So just going on the same side. And it's just kind of going down into the mesh. So there's going to be 6. And in here. Same on the other side. Last 2.
Gloria, Cat comes on at 5 p.m. Pacific time on Friday nights every week. And then Sundays in the public group also at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. Okay, last one. I know it seems pointless under the bow, but consistency, right? But it's all the little touches. Okay. And that's done, that's done, this is done. So as these have an opportunity to set up, I'm gonna grab the ones that we kind of put in first. So let me spin this so it's facing you. I'm just gonna slightly put a little bend into these.
Bernie asked me wreaths be put outside.
Oh, all of the wreaths could go outside.
Yep.
It's just how long do you want them to last? Because I have people who will leave them out every single day for the whole year. And it will wear, it will fade, just like anything else left outside in the elements, in the direct sun, fading's going to occur.
Right. Try to keep it away from direct sun.
Yeah, I always say if you can not put it in direct sunlight, not in direct exposure of the weather, it's always going to make it last a little longer for you. So I'm just slightly bending these. Just kind of taking my hand and bending them so they go around the bottom, just like our ribbons do. So let's open everything up, put it on the door. So this is not going to work for that color.
Ta-da! The magic of props.
The magic of props. Yeah, props, right?
Yep.
So just like this, you instantly have two looks, which is great when you're taking pictures and the weather's windy or some other crazy event you can't control outside. Get a door. I put rollers on it, has stoppers on it, so that I can just spin it. And that's how quick we can change the look. Because this on black wouldn't have looked as good.
Yeah.
Would have been too dark.
And Gloria, yes, the times are listed in the private group. It's actually the main cover photo, shows all the times.
There we go. Okay. We're just making sure everything, you know, the little things. Like that you don't have bows that are just kind of going every which way. You control what you want. And see, the Pip Berries are just nice little accents on that tan. And there you go. All right, what questions can I answer for you if you have any? This wreath is available on my website. I only make one of every single design. So if you like this, pick that up at KatsCreationsNMore.com. It's also where you can find my tutorials, my group membership, and if you want to contact me regarding anything, there's a contact button there as well. Any questions?
You're so beautiful. You're so talented. Thank you all, gals, for joining us.
Thank you. So there's our country Christmas. Sunday, what are we doing? We're going to do a burlap wreath. So if you guys have ever wanted to do a burlap wreath, we're going to do country burlap with the actual burlap. So if you've never seen that done, I'm going to show you a super easy way to take all, because some people are like, do you loop it? Do you crunch it? What do you do? Super easy. Come join me Sunday at 6. I'll show you how to put together a primitive meaning a lot of wood stuff, rusty stars, rusty bells, Pip Berries again, wood signs, that kind of thing. At 6 on Sunday Pacific, which is 8 Central, 7 Mountain Time. Always forget that one. Mm-hmm. And what is that? 9 p.m. We go late a little bit on Sundays. So, or you can find me on YouTube at KatsCreations777. That's my YouTube channel. And you guys can find all my tutorials, or not tutorials, all the videos that we've done in the public group for the last 4 years there. No, 777.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, YouTube won't change my original channel name.
Gotcha.
So I can change the name, but the link is still KatsCreations777. All right, everyone. Well, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. I'll talk to you then. Bye, everyone.